What's up, YouTube? Metro Hero 2012 here, coming at you. It is now episode 4 of the Baltimore Ravens rebuild. We got some fun things to do this episode. We are now 2-0. We've been playing week 3 against the Broncos. We got to negotiate a couple contracts, scout a few players, and then we'll jump right into the game. So let's see where we're at. Alright, so far, okay, so I'm going to cover this right now. I am going to be auto-generating rookies, and the reason for that is I do not want to know the overalls of every player and stuff like that. So I know some of you would like to see accurate draft classes, but I'm going to be auto-generating. I don't want to know, I just want to scout them, because that's a very fun thing for me to do, is scouting players. So I really feel like this is the right move. You guys let me know if you disagree. I think it's too late to do it for this series because I already did it here. Ooh, nice. But maybe another series. So that's a pretty good wide receiver. Deep route, release, medium route. I don't think I'll be drafting a receiver that high, but he looked like a good player. But yeah, so CJ Mosley and one other player were not okay with the contract extensions that we offered them, and Terrell Suggs and one other person. No, it's just Terrell Suggs and the D-tackle. So we'll have to work on convincing them to stay. So I'll have to offer them more money. They both want a bigger bonus. So let's see how that goes. Alright, so I think we're going to scout running back first because we really need a good running back that doesn't fumble. Alex Collins, I would love to use you, but you're a fumble machine. Just unlocking their first stats to see if anybody has anything spectacular. Okay, so the B pluses tend to be, so we have an elusive back 5'11 and 6'1. 5'11, 206, I kind of like that better. So he's got pretty good ball carrier vision, good ball. Okay, so these guys are pretty similar. I like the carrying being up and the vision. So Taven Manning's probably going to be a good back. We'll have to do some more scouting and see, but so far he's the guy I like. So yeah, we did the scouting, we did the player contracts. Didn't all work the way we planned, but we do have a game against the Denver Broncos. One thing we did quick I will mention. I moved Ronnie Staley back to left tackle and Orlando Brown back to right. Because in the game they talk about how they actual Ravens made Orlando Brown a right tackle. I think maybe they understand more than I do who needs to play where. So Ronnie Stanley is going to be playing left tackle for us, and Orlando Brown will be playing right tackle. I also finally changed our scheme and also our playbook. So I went to spread, which fits Lamar Jackson a lot better. So it's a 70% scheme fit instead of 80, but now we can start building players around it. But it says it utilizes shotgun formations with extra receivers to spread defenses horizontally, scrambler quarterbacks to create an extra running threat that pressures both sides of the defense. So that's exactly what we want. We want Lamar Jackson to scare them. And then because of that, we're going to the Ron Rivera playbook. They have 23 sets out of the shotgun, 222 total plays. So that's going to fit the spread very well, and it's going to have a lot of running plays for Lamar Jackson. We changed our defensive scheme to a multiple 4-3, so we're going to be running 4-3 for the most part, but it can also interchange in there 3-4 and a 5-2, and then we're keeping our same playbook. I think we want to do the 4-3. Maybe we'll do a base 3-4. No, multiple 3-4. That's what we want. Okay, cool. Multiple 3-4. That's what we want to keep for now. All right, let's go ahead and jump right into this game. See how it goes.
But kickoff right around the corner. Standing by to call the action. Here are Brandon Gott and Charles Davis.
Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor at M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Denver Broncos. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. It's been a great start to the season, back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Broncos, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it.
All right, here we are in our Week 3 game against the Denver Broncos. Case Keenum is under center for them this year as he scrambles out to his left, flings one way downfield, caught and then dropped by Emmanuel Sanders. We were able to poke the ball out of his hands. I believe it was Jimmy Smith, if not Marlon Humphrey on the coverage. Now Keenum back, delivers a beautiful ball to the main man, but as it goes right between 3 defenders, somehow finds its way to the receiver there. Now Keenum making some adjustments at the line, fakes the handoff, drops back, and has no time to get rid of the ball there as the Ravens swarm him, and Darren Lee gets a sack there as he celebrates. We get a lot of sacks this game, guys.
And here are the Raven defensive starters.
The number one asset for a pass rusher, his legs. And even in his mid-30s, Terrell Suggs has his firmly underneath him. Last season, 11 sacks, his 7.
So now the Ravens getting ready for their first go on offense. They'll be led out by the 5th and final quarterback taken in the first round of this year's draft. From Louisville, here's Lamar Jackson.
Before the game, when I said hello to him, I tried to give him a little dap, but he wouldn't give me any, and I thought he was snubbing me. Then I realized he's keeping all that flame to himself. How about the week he had last week? AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Now Jackson on second down, flush to his right, and he's got some space here. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble.
If you can't tell, I really love Lamar Jackson. 42-yard run. That's pretty much all you got to know. As you can see there, he delivers a beautiful ball and a good sideline catch by Crabtree there.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal.
Lucky 56. Detroit. All right, now, lucky 56. Here we go now. 56. Green, 39.
Again, Jackson rolling to his right. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dime. Nice grab. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Michael Crabtree, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Personally, for him, a great opening drive. He had 3 catches, including the touchdown.
That felt like tremendous scouting, great film watching, and creating a game plan to start this off, not only to get him involved, but to send a message to the defense. You have a lot to handle in this one.
I think Michael Crabtree is going for MVP this year as he catches another touchdown here. Just amazing. Now Keenum, another play action, not working out too well for the Denver Broncos there as he gets injured on the play even. Every time they run play action, we are getting enough pressure to get in there on him. Keenum still in the game here now, 3rd and 17, scrambles out to his right, ends up getting sacked again and a fumble. So plenty of sacks, plenty of
catches like that. You keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Michael Crabtree with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And
there goes Crabtree with his 2nd receiving touchdown on the day. Now we're backed up here, 2nd and 9. Lamar Jackson in the red zone. Should have taken a safety there, but is able to escape the tackle as he gets upfield, makes a nice move, and breaks a tackle to get from the 4-yard line to the 30-yard line. So just a glimpse of what Lamar Jackson can do with his feet. Amazing to turn a safety into a 24-yard gain. Now scrambling out to the edge again, finds his way over to the sideline, makes a nice juke move, doesn't get out quite in time to avoid the hit, but still makes it a nice gain. He's coming up on 100 yards already. Now Jackson in the gun with 2 running backs in the backfield with him. Stays in the pocket this time to deliver a nice ball in the middle. It's Brown on the reception. Now Keenum has the ball in the gun. One back to his left, looks like Booker's. He fakes the handoff, doesn't get sacked quite yet, but tries scrambling out to the right, and again on the play action takes a sack. Case Keenum is not having a great game, and the offensive line is just getting torn apart. Another play action, this time Keenum able to get the ball off, but barely, goes straight to Jefferson, who's having an amazing season for us so far, takes it all the way into the 15-yard line. Now Lamar Jackson in the red zone, couldn't make it work, and we settle for a Justin Tucker field goal. Now the score 17-14. Keenum back out there for the Broncos. 0 running backs as Terrell Suggs is coming for him. Gets the ball off. A beautiful pass over there to Demaryius Thomas, who made a nice diving catch as the Broncos make their way into the red zone. Now Keenum faking the handoff again, and again the same result. We get another sack on Keenum. It's quite a common theme here as they're settling for the field goal there too. Now 17-3. Back towards the red zone is the Denver Broncos, still 17-3. Keenum fakes the handoff, same result. We get so many sacks this game. I definitely dialed up a lot of blitzes, but even then on 4-man rushes, I was getting a lot of pressure as Keenum avoids the sack, but then is met by Matthew Judon, who had himself quite the game. You'll see the stats in the end there. The Broncos were forced to try a field goal and missed it. These rainy conditions were really tough, as Justin Tucker had a tough time today as well. Now Lamar Jackson steps back, stays in the pocket, delivers a ball down the field. Not quite in stride, but does find his man, Michael Crabtree, for a nice gain. Now in the red zone, Jackson steps back, stays in the pocket. Nice pass up the middle to Hayden Hurst, and it looks like they're getting ready to go for a touchdown here.
They'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. And Jackson throwing once more. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Michael Crabtree on his way to a monster game. 3 first half.
Now Denver getting the ball back. They have a lot of work to do. 1 minute remaining in the first half. Down 3-24. Baltimore has been controlling this entire game. The ball delivered up the middle, and it comes out. A terrible mistake by the Broncos there, and gives it to the Ravens in the red zone.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a...
Hayden Hurst just earned himself his first NFL touchdown as the Ravens push further out in front.
Nice touchdown pass there from Lamar Jackson to Hayden Hurst as Justin Tucker lines up a field goal. And with the rainy conditions and my poor field goal kicking, he botched that one completely. Now, Broncos back on offense. Looks like Case Keenum, another ball down the sideline, and a nice one that time. Looks like it found the man. Keenum still in the game. 2nd and goal now. Let's see if the Broncos can get it in. It's Devontae Booker running to the outside and drags a man into the end zone.
They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. Now it's Jackson, escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Hayden Hurst with 2 touchdowns on the season, both.
That play was just so amazing. It was probably my favorite play I've had in Madden in a while, but Lamar Jackson showing how he can scramble out, reset his feet, and deliver a ball perfectly. His accuracy was on point there. Now Case Keenum scrambling out to the side and takes another sack. Just cannot figure out how to get rid of the ball as Judon gets his 4th sack of the game. Keenum in the shotgun, lone, no backs next to him. Scrambles out to the right, doesn't quite take the sack this time as he's able to scramble from a long 3rd and 9, pick up about 20 yards on that play. 23 yards to be exact. Really, really nice run by Keenum there. Now taking over from the 50-yard line, 5 minutes left. Still a huge deficit to overcome. Looks like 28 points now as Keenum fakes the handoff, and you know how this story usually ends. Keenum going down again behind the line. It's just not working for him today. Paxton Lynch in the game now, I believe. Case Keenum ended up getting hurt. Lynch scrambling out, and he's going to have the same issue. These Denver quarterbacks are not getting rid of the ball. I'd like to give the credit to our cornerbacks for having close coverage. I'd like to call them coverage shacks. I'm really not sure, but I'm getting a lot of them this game as they botch another field goal.
Add in his ability to make plays with his feet. Almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping it. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Equanimous St. Brown, his 2nd touchdown on.
You don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
That confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
And you don't have to
And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
As Alex Collins gets a rushing touchdown there, Paxton Lynch coming in the game. 10-52, the game is pretty much over. We're just going to be running down the clock when we get it, switching quarterbacks, switching players, just making sure none of our starters get hurt. Now it's Paxton Lynch again. Let's see if we can get one more sack with a minute left in the game. Paxton Lynch takes a snap, drops back, is scrambling, doesn't get rid of it, and again takes another sack, and it's a fumble. I don't know what was going on with the computer this game, but we dominated.
Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Or you one of those guys
I'm a little skeptical
about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his year.
What an amazing game, guys. Look at Lamar Jackson with the 134 quarterback rating. He threw 24 for 37, 343 yards, 64% completion, 6 touchdowns, no picks. He just came out and balled today with those color rush jerseys. That was amazing. I can't imagine he wouldn't be player of the week because he also ran 11 times for 136 yards. So if my math is correct, he had almost 450, getting close to 500 yards total, and he had he didn't have any rushing touchdowns, so he still had 6 touchdowns total. Kenneth Dixon, we didn't get him the ball as much as we wanted to, but we did get him 15 times, still only averaged 3.1 yards per carry, so that's hard to deal with. We really do need a running back and a blocking scheme that'll work for us. Michael Crabtree had an amazing start out of the gates. I ended up putting him in the reserves because I don't want him getting injured. He's had such an amazing year so far. 6 catches, 72 yards, 3 touchdowns for him. Hayden Hurst had an amazing game too. 5 for 107, 2 touchdowns. St. Brown got in there, 4 catches, 36 yards, and a touchdown. Kenneth Dixon went backwards on his catches. Mark Andrews, our other rookie tight end, played really well too. Had 2 beautiful catches. John Brown, 2 for 61. Willie Snead, 1 for 14. So we got the ball distributed around. Lamar Jackson did an excellent job this game, no denying that. On the defensive end, Matthew Judon had an amazing week. He's going to be defensive player of the week for sure. He had 9 tackles, 1 for a loss, and 6 sacks. Tony Jefferson got himself an interception again, had a tackle for a loss. CJ Mosley, 5 total tackles, 2 for a loss. Anthony Levine Sr. ended up getting a sack. Michael Pierce got 2 sacks. Terrell Suggs got himself a sack. Brandon Williams got a sack. Darren Lee got a sack. Brandon Williams got hurt, but I think he'll be okay. But yeah, that's it for all the stats, guys. Let's go ahead and jump right back into the menu of franchise. We're going to go ahead and edit Field General for CJ Mosley, increase that for him. Then we're going to edit Ronnie Stanley and give him Pass Protector. Well, that'll do it for episode 4, guys. Thank you so much for watching. That was an amazing week. Hopefully you guys did like the video. Thumbs up for Lamar Jackson, guys. That was a crazy, crazy game. Tons and tons of highlights from it. Hope you enjoyed it. I will see you in episode 5 when we go for our week 4 matchup against the Pittsburgh Steelers. So I'll talk to you guys then. See you in the next one. It's been Metro here 2012. Peace.